one of the deep lore motifs of literature, writing, myth, whatever you want to call it, is the trifecta between the Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone. Sometimes called Matron. There's a bunch of different names for it. Essentially, it's for women. Witches usually, but quite frankly, it's just sort of like women in general. You know, you have the Maiden, young, violent, impetuous, full of life and vigor, but not necessarily given forth to life. Not wise, but certainly able to act. Artemis is the primary deity associated with them that you'd know. You know, this is a sort of celebration of youth and life. You know, an explosion onto the field. Then there's the Mother, producing life. Not quite wise, but not foolish either. Thinking ahead to a future that her maiden self wouldn't be able to conceive of. The Mother is mothering, of course, but it's less fun. It's not about, you know, sort of the wild impetuousness of youth, but rather about maturity. But not like the full head of maturity without life, you know, a bowed head over a book, but rather, you know, the practical nature of things. You know, you don't want your children to starve. You don't want you to be uncomfortable in a certain way. There's, how do I want to put it? Like, you know, stability is just the best word for it. You know, it's about the life. It's about producing more life. Then you have the crone, the winter, the end of life. The wisdom fulfilled, but no youth, no life to give. You know, the crone, you know, is the wise old grandma, is, you know, the best sort of archetypal character for this. The point of the crone isn't necessarily to look towards death, but rather what can be done with the time remaining. You know, there's a certain, like, while the maiden is impetuous, you know, easy to anger, she's also easy to forgive. You know, she can be convinced to forgive, but the crone, you know, the mother will forgive just because, you know, you're a kid, you know, she's gonna forgive you. But the crone is jealous, hateful, unable to forgive, unable to give up, her angers. She's wise, but in the end, if you somehow manage to offend her, because she's, again, wise, she will never forgive you till the end of her days.